People have all different experiences when it comes to the church and money. Have you ever had a bad experience yourself?
Yes, a few years ago, Miss Ayala and I visited a local church, and during the service, um, they asked for money 3 different times, and they let us know that they had square in the back if you did not have cash on you. And at the end of the service, they brought the money up and dumped it on the stage, where the speaker began to lay on the money and then pray, and it made us very uncomfortable.
When did you and your husband decide you were actually going to start tithing to the church? And why did you make that decision?
Because of taking the Dave Ramsey class,
Okay.
the model that he um, presented to us just made perfect sense, and we were convicted by the Holy Spirit to do that.
Have you ever experienced provision in your life that was unexpected? And did you equate that provision with your faithfulness to God?
Since we've been tithing regularly, Miss Ayel has just been rewarded with promotions and raises at his job, and we don't take that credit. He doesn't take that credit. We give that credit solely to God for our faithfulness.
So you have 3 kids. You're helping repopulate the earth. How do you instill giving into them? Because giving is discipleship. And so discipling our kids and giving is important. How do you plan on doing that?
So Miss Ayel and I follow the give, save, spend rule that we learned in Dave Ramsey. And the girls, because they're older, they earn, during the school year, they earn a weekly allowance for doing chores and extra things around the house. And when they get that allowance, they have to give, save, and spend. So they have a separate holding space for their give money. They put their save in their piggy bank, and then their spend money goes in their wallets. And they will randomly bring their money to church.
So there's someone in the congregation today and they want to start tithing. They're a little stressed about it. Maybe their partner's not on board, which is important. Or maybe the budget doesn't make sense. What would you say to that person?
I would honestly say that if you pray about it and you really try to take control of your money instead of your money taking control of you, you really can find a way to tithe. The budget may not always be pretty. It may come with sacrifice. There are things that we'd like to have that we don't have, because in order to have them, we would have to not tithe. So I would say pray about it. Look over your budget, but ask the Holy Spirit to convict you about if there's areas that you could sacrifice without putting your family in jeopardy, of course. You know, we don't need 8,000 streaming subscriptions. We don't need Disney annual passes as much as I'd like to have one. There are things that you can go without so that you can advance the kingdom of Christ. And at the end of the day, you know, you're storing up treasure in heaven. So I would say pray about it. Ask the Holy Spirit to convict you as you look over the budget. And if it doesn't make sense, also trust the fact that God will provide